Presented by Cursed by the Witch. Warning, use headphones before listening to horror podcast story.
The Hands That Grab is a terrifying tale centered around a chilling phenomenon that has plagued an old, forgotten town for generations. In this psychological horror story, the protagonist, Tom Granger, is lured into a nightmare where unseen, malevolent forces manifest as shadowy hands, pulling their victims into darkness, never to be seen again. What begins as a strange local legend slowly unravels into a sinister reality that preys on the deepest fears of isolation, helplessness, and losing control. Part 8. The Mysterious Disappearance. Tom Granger, a high school history teacher, returns to his childhood home in the small, dilapidated town of Ravens Hollow after his father, John Granger, mysteriously disappears. His father had lived alone for years in a secluded house on the outskirts of town, and no one had seen him for weeks. The police found the house locked from the inside, with no signs of a struggle, just John's favorite chair pulled up to a window, as if he had been watching something outside before he vanished. The locals don't talk about the disappearances, but Tom overhears whispers at the local diner. Some claim Ravens Hollow is cursed, that people have been disappearing without a trace for decades. There are rumors of an evil force that comes at night, of hands that reach out from the shadows, grabbing those who venture too far into the woods or stay out too late after dark. No one really believes these stories, of course. At least, that's what they tell themselves. Determined to find out what happened to his father, Tom moves into the old family house. The place feels strange, as though something is always watching him from the corners, just out of sight. His father's absence is palpable, and yet Tom feels a presence in the house, an unseen force lurking in the silence. Part 2. The Legend of the Grabbing Hands. Tom starts his investigation, speaking to the few remaining townspeople. They are tight-lipped, reluctant to talk about the disappearances or the rumors surrounding them. Eventually, he meets Martha Pike, an elderly woman who has lived in Ravens Hollow her entire life. Martha tells Tom about the grabbing hands, a local legend about shadowy hands that come for you if you're alone in the dark, pulling you into the ground or dragging you into unseen places where no one ever returns. According to Martha, the legend dates back to the town's founding, when the settlers uncovered something buried deep in the earth while building the town. Ever since then, people would vanish under mysterious circumstances, their homes left undisturbed but with the unmistakable signs of a struggle. The disappearances always happen at night, and the victims are never found. The hands, she says, come from the ground, from the walls, from the shadows themselves, reaching for anyone they can find. Tom, of course, dismisses this as nothing more than folklore, but Martha's warning stays with him. The hands are patient. They're always waiting. Don't let them grab you. Part 13. The Unseen Threat. After speaking with Martha, strange things begin happening around Tom. He hears faint knocking sounds coming from the walls, and the floorboards creak at night as though someone, or something, is moving through the house. At first, he assumes it's his imagination, or maybe even an animal that's found its way inside, but the occurrences become more frequent and more disturbing. One night, as he is lying in bed, Tom feels a cold draft sweep over him. He reaches for the blanket, but it won't move. Slowly, he looks down and sees an imprint, as if invisible fingers are grasping the edge of the blanket, pulling it away from him. Panic sets in, and he yanks the blanket back, but it's too late. The feeling of hands gripping his ankles sends him scrambling out of bed. There is no one there. The room is empty, but the sense of being watched, of being pursued, lingers. Over the next few days, the phenomenon intensifies. Objects are moved, doors slam shut on their own, and Tom feels an icy, ghostly touch on his skin, like invisible fingers brushing against him. One night, he wakes to find a handprint on the frosted window, too large and too high up to be a child's, but too slender to be from any man. It's as if the hand had pressed itself against the window from the inside. Part 4. The discovery of the hand's origins. Desperate for answers, Tom delves deeper into the town's history. He uncovers old newspaper clippings detailing similar disappearances stretching back over a century, all with the same eerie details. The victims vanish without a trace, often from locked rooms, and those who witness the events describe seeing shadowy hands reaching out from nowhere. His investigation leads him to the abandoned Raven's Hollow mine, where he learns that the original settlers unearthed something strange while digging, a series of tunnels that weren't made by human hands. The miners had reported hearing whispers in the dark, seeing movement out of the corner of their eyes, and feeling unseen hands grab at them in the tunnels. Those who ventured too deep into the mine often never returned. Eventually, the mine was sealed off, but it seems the curse they awakened had already spread. Tom realizes that whatever the miners uncovered was still lurking beneath the town, spreading its influence through the very ground, the walls, and the shadows. The hands that grab are not ghosts but manifestations of an ancient evil force, an entity that uses these hands to drag its victims into the darkness, feeding on their fear and souls. Part 5. The final confrontation. One evening, Tom receives a phone call from the police. They've found something in the woods near his father's house. When Tom arrives, he is shown an open grave, freshly disturbed, with claw marks inside, as though someone had tried to escape. The police can't explain it, but Tom knows this is where his father was taken, pulled underground by the hands that have haunted this town for generations. That night, Tom decides to confront the evil once and for all. He arms himself with a flashlight and heads into the woods, towards the old mine. As he approaches the entrance, the air grows colder, and the ground beneath his feet shifts unnaturally. The trees seem to bend toward him, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching out to pull him into the shadows. Inside the mine, the atmosphere is suffocating, the darkness thick and oppressive. The deeper he goes, the more he feels the presence of the hands, brushing against his skin, tugging at his clothes, pulling him back. The whispers grow louder, and he can see them now, shadowy, disembodied hands creeping along the walls and floor, searching for him. They are relentless, and the further he ventures, the more they multiply, until they are everywhere, clawing, grabbing, pulling him down. Tom stumbles into a vast, underground chamber and sees it, the source of the evil. An ancient, pulsating mass of darkness, surrounded by writhing hands, feeding on the souls of its victims. Tom knows he cannot defeat it, but he has no choice but to try. He lights a flare and hurls it into the center of the mass. The creature lets out an unearthly scream, and the hands withdraw for a moment, giving Tom the chance to escape. Part 6. The Aftermath. Tom barely makes it out alive, but he knows the curse of Raven's Hollow is far from over. The hands that grab still linger, waiting in the shadows for their next victim. He leaves the town, determined never to return, but the memory of the hands follows him. Even in the safety of the city, he feels their cold touch at night, hears the whispers in the dark. He knows that one day, the hands will come for him too, just as they came for his father, and for countless others before him. As the story closes, we are left with a chilling final image, a shadowy handprint on the window of Tom's apartment, slowly fading into the night. The Hands That Grab is a horrifying exploration of the unknown, where unseen forces prey on human vulnerability. The story taps into the primal fear of being touched by something we cannot see, of being grabbed by an evil force that exists just beyond the veil of reality. The sense of helplessness and inevitability pervades the narrative, making it a haunting tale of terror and suspense.
Thank you for watching. Just like and subscribe.